So
Hot in her.
so hot
Taking the picture of the wheel.
oh.
Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. It's Yaya with Go Yaya Braids. I specialize in all kinds of all natural protective styling and scalp and hair care. But today I don't want to talk about hair. Today we are going to talk about mental health and relationships, because like I said, my channel is a channel of women empowerment, and I want to find ways that we can boost each other's spirits and just dig a little deep. So today, that's what I want to talk about. I want to start with relationships. And sometimes relationships can be very stimulating. Relationships can be very encouraging. Relationships can even be a source of empowerment in its own way. But what about those relationships, especially like maybe family members, that may not be so great? Because I know I'm not the only one to have these type of relationships. So what happens when those relationships aren't so great? What can you do? It's turning into a tip thing. But whatever, we're gonna break right through that. I know, let me give you a little bit of background. I feel as though, and this is just based off of how I feel as though I have no support with my family. I feel that I've started businesses, they don't really support, which isn't a bad thing. But as far as words of encouragement, words of empowerment, just anything in that nature, I don't get that. I don't get, hey, you know what, you said you was gonna do it, you did it, you know, and I'm proud of you. There is none of that. Where some people have supported family members. What do you do when you don't have that? The thing I did, I pushed through. I became my own motivator. I became my own source of encouragement. I talked to myself. Sounds a little cuckoo, but it really isn't. I found a way to encourage myself, and I implore everyone who watches this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please join the Yay Gang to do that, because sometimes we need to be our own source of encouragement. We need to be our own cheerleader. I have my one sister, super duper dope. Like, we got really, really close, and I love her to death, y'all. Like, I love her. She calls me every day. She checks in. We talk, and we feed off each other. Like, we give each other our spiritual boost. We give each other encouragement. And when she's not feeling like, hey, I'm feeling beat up, busted down to the mud, I'm there, and I let her know, no, you're doing great. Trust the process. Keep going. Keep your head up. Don't let anything or anyone see you down. Because I feel like when people see you down, they're happy about it. They want to high five your down moment. They want to sit and just be like, yay, like, she's done. No, we gotta stop the naysayers from getting that one up, because some people do actually get that that orgasm from you failing, from you feeling down, from you crying, from you not having a good moment. There's a lot of people like that feed off of that ugly, nasty energy. We're not giving nobody that kind of boost. You know what I'm saying? When you have a bad time, ladies, vent, but do it in a quiet space. Do it in a quiet space, in a protected space that you have for yourself. Like, I'm in my studio. I love the studio, y'all. I'm in my studio. I make music here. I did my lip gloss business here. I do fundamentally everything. This is my creative space, and I love my husband for it, making this happen for me. But that's where I vent, you know what I mean? And I implore everyone, which I will be dropping my journals. I have a series of journals that I will be dropping and more on that later on in this video. But I have created a journal where people that have like mental insecurities, write it down. If you're not having a good day, write it down. You will not believe how great it is and how much better you feel when you write down exactly what you feel, how you feel it, when you feel it, and write down what you did to overcome that. Because when you go back and read on that journal, that particular day, on that particular day, what happened, you will be surprised as like, wow. Because everything that you log in that journal is growth. Let's be real. We are all about growth, right? So let's get the journal. And I will be dropping my series of journals for my mental health to my hair care journals. Because ladies, we all need that journal. Even to my ladies that are not natural, you may have perms or whatever, you may get color treatments. A lot of the times we forget when we do those things. And I don't want any of my yay gang ladies to sit here and be like, you paying a stylist because the stylist does not keep up on your treatments. You just paying all this money to get the same treatment you just had, creating your own damage without even realizing it. So I got you ladies. I got you ladies. I'm gonna let y'all know the launch date. But anyway, you won't be surprised. You will be surprised at how much better you feel after logging in when you in a rut and writing it down. Okay. 2, back onto the topic. When you have family members that aren't supportive, it's okay. What I'm starting to do, and I don't want to say I'll call it necessarily cutting people off, but I've come to the realization that not everyone is deserving of your space. Not everyone is deserving of your space. Not everyone is deserving of your company. Not everyone is deserving of your time. And when you can evaluate and know those people that are deserving of your space and deserving of your time, it's a game changer, let me tell y'all. Because then you know that hey, I don't have to devote this much time to this person, family, friend, whatever may call you on the phone, and you know that they're just either calling you to talk about somebody else, or they're calling you to give you tea, or they're not calling you for anything. You're not getting anything out of the conversation. You're not growing. You're not getting encouragement. You're not getting nourishment. You're not getting anything for your mental. So at this point, and I hate to say it, you have to know when to cut people off. And I don't want to say the cutting off. No. Everyone has a time and a season, right? Sometimes you got to learn when to back off. That's what I'm going to say. Because we don't want to cut our family off. We don't want to be like, I'm not going to call for years and years on end. We don't want that. But we don't want where, God forbid, something happens and you wasn't there, or you wasn't checking in, or you had no clue. I don't want people to be blindsided by that. And ladies, I do not want anyone to go through that. But we do have to protect our space. We do have to protect our mental. We have to protect our energy. And what's the best way to do that? Sometimes you have to back off. When people aren't giving you what you need, and it's not to say that it's all about you, you know. People aren't giving you what you need to know when to back off. You know, and it's protecting you at the end of the day. We have to protect our mental. We have to protect our spiritual. We have to protect our energy, ladies. Like, I don't know any other way around it. I have family members myself where I'm like, no, right? Where we have to be like, no, we have to protect our energy, okay? And I want this video to be like, hey, we can build it. I want to build a community where we are each other's cheerleaders. I want positivity. I want people, hey, you got an idea or you're launching a business, go ahead, do it. You got this. I want that kind of community. Positive vibes, because I feel like this world is lacking of positivity. Everything is drama filled, and just a bunch of naysayers, a bunch of negativity. I don't want none of that on my channel. None of that. So if you a naysayer and you ain't trying to be a part of this yay gang, you can yay your behind up out of here. Like, for For real. But anyway, and then we have the friends, ladies, friends that don't, they're not about nothing. They're not about growth. They're not about movement. They're stagnant. And what somebody used to tell me, you are the company you keep. My mama used to say that. You are the company you keep. If your friends aren't growing mentally, physically, and I don't mean getting fat, I mean like trying to make moves, they're not growing mentally, they're not growing spiritually. Why? Friends encourage friends. And usually when you have somebody in your space and in your face, it's because you vibe on some type of intellectual level. So you vibe on, there's something that keeps the friendship going. And you don't want where your friendship isn't built on anything. You know what I mean? Like your friendship is just, we getting up to talk about work. We here to talk about, oh, what happened to so-and-so. Hee hee ha ha. Going out for meaningless drinks. Can't get the word out. And we're just bumming it out. Let's just keep it real. We're just bumming it out. No, we want people in our face and in our space that's about, hey, I'm looking to start this new venture. I want to get your, 2 cents on it, what do you think? And we can collaborate and help each other grow. You need friends in your corner and in your circle that's about growth, that's going to help you push forward, vice versa. You know what I mean? One hand washes the other. I had 2 businesses. In both businesses, I had my bestie. She was, girl, do it. Regardless if it failed or not, she was tooting and rooting for me. Like, she had my back. She gave me some pointers. That stuff like I want to do, and I do the same with her. Hey, you are so good. You're such an artist with the makeup. You should do that. And I tell her that all the time. You know what I mean? Whether she starts it or not, I always try to encourage her. Because at the end of the day, they have to push forward. They have to do what they got to do. But we want friends like that. We want company in our circle like that. And it's not all the time you're going to get that, but you got to know when to put a pause and say, no, we're not doing that. Like, you're not the type of friend that I need. And that's okay. You're good for somebody else. You're not good for me. Another thing with mentals, everybody has to protect their mental stability. I feel like in a world that's fast going all the time, we don't protect our mental stability. We are like, I feel like we try to shield ourselves and keep ourselves protected in with a world where everybody's outside. It's hard to protect yourselves from people that have mental insecurities, and people that they just want to have a good time and they can care less about how you feel or how anybody feels. They just want to be outside. Protect yourself. Sometimes outside isn't the best. We need tunnel vision, ladies. We need to focus on what our goal is. My goal is to become a 6-figure woman. That is the goal. I want to become a 6-figure spiritually too. You know what I mean? But when we think of 6 figures, we are thinking of big bucks. This is millions and millions of dollars. That's what I'm talking about. I also want growth spiritually. I also want growth physically. I got to start exercising, y'all, because I want every aspect of my life to be in a positive state. I don't want nothing lacking. Though we are not perfect, I know I'm not. Not everything is not going to be perfect, and that is okay. But I don't want not one thing in my life to be in the gutter, So I just want to send out my positive vibes to everybody. And let's start this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have my journals, a series of journals. And my first journal that I'm going to release is all about jotting down your mental health. It's all about your mental insecurities and how to flip those insecurities into positive mental securities. You know what I mean? Writing down things that bother you, writing things down that may bother you about others. We have to start letting things people letting things go. And people say to confront the person. You don't have to confront the person all the time. You can confront them in the journal that I'm creating. You can confront them in the journal that I'm creating. Write down the person's name. What do you don't like about that person? What that person did to you? Vent on that journal. Vent in that journal. That's what my mental security journal is about. Vent in that journal about what that person did to you, what you don't like about that person, why you feel the way you do about that person, and why that person feel that way towards you. It could be jealousy, it could be anything. You can make it up. I want you to let everything go in that journal, because trust and believe, when you go back a week later into that journal, you're going to see the growth. And I think that's where we as women or anybody become stagnant, because we don't immediately see the growth. But once you get that journal and start jotting it down, you're going to see the growth that you have. Wow, so and so made me so mad. But look at me today. I'm not mad at that person. That person don't even bother me no more. Like, you're able to shut things out without even realizing you shut it down. You're able to shut things down without even realizing that you shut it down. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we need to see. We need to start creating our own growth journey so we can see the growth. Because I think a lot of times when we don't see the growth in ourselves, we start thinking that we're stagnant, we're not productive, we're not doing anything, and we get into like this rut, this sort of like bum stage where we're not, you know what I'm saying, like we're not into it. I think we all need to get into that space and get into that place where we're seeing growth and we're producing our own growth. You know what I mean? And a lot of times growth doesn't have to be financial growth. Listen, I'm not shunning financial growth, because we all want to see our pockets get bigger. But sometimes it's more deeper than just money. And I just want everyone to just listen. Life is too short to not think that we can't start something. Life is too short to think that we can't move in another direction. Life is too short to let the family and friends that you have in your space predict how you're going to grow and move moving forward. You may not have the best of family, you may not have the support, but you know what? You don't need them. You don't need them when you can be the growth and support for yourself. And I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I want everyone that watches my channel, I want everyone that listens to my videos, please subscribe and join the Yay Gang. But I want everyone on this channel to know that I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. And I hope that everyone that's watching this video has a good day and just flourish in whatever you're trying to do. You know, whether you're trying to start a business, whether you're trying to shut people out, I think if we create our own positive light within us, we can shed light to areas that maybe darken our lives. And if that means that you got to back off from people, back off from people. If you got to cut friends off, because not all friends are good friends. Not all company is good company, and not all money is good money. Okay, that's the word. So with that being said, this is the end of the video. I will give you guys a little tour of my studio. Don't mind me, I know I'm looking at myself not used to this, but we gonna get there. And with that being said, please hit that subscribe button, okay, because it helps my channel grow, so that way I can build my community and talk to you guys more. Please comment on what you think we should talk about next, and how do you feel about this video. And don't forget, follow me on IG, go_Yaya braids. And if you want your hair did and you're in the Asbury Park area, go ahead and book me. And most importantly, ladies, have a good day. And I pray you guys wealth, stability, and growth. Yay gang, Yaya says, we out.